Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel here, Crypto Nation. If you're new here, it's totally free to subscribe. Hit the like button for our post notifications. Let's get right on to it. Um, Check out the market. The market has been in a downtrend for the last um, I want to say about a week and a half or something like that. But Bitcoin is trying to make up its mind whether they want to go back to 100, go back, retest 110K or continue to or bounce off that resistance or whatever. And but Ethereum is holding. I'll say it's holding. It's up just under 4,300. It's down 10% for the 7 day. We got Bitcoin down over 7.6%. So yeah, the market has been trading more downward sideways for the last week and a half. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. All right, let's see what's going on with XRP. Okay, XRP is at 292. Solana's at 187. Solana's actually holding up, actually, okay, for this market downtrend. It's up 3.7% in the last 24 hours, but it's still down 10.65% for the last 7 day. All right, but yeah, there's our top by market cap. Let me see here. Check out the fear and greed. All right, we got fear and greed at 50. The market cap, the total market cap for crypto is 3.87 trillion. We already went over 4 trillion already, but let's see if we can get back over that 4 trillion mark. I'll say that correction that we got over the last week and a half, I'll say it's healthy. I'm looking at my portfolio. My portfolio is not looking too bad. It dipped a little bit, but it's starting to climb back up a little bit. Looking at my portfolio, I'm gonna just say this last dip that we got, I'll say this last dip was definitely a good buying opportunity. Whatever coins, alts or blue chip cryptos you're holding or whatever. But anyways, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. It's totally free to hit the like button for post notifications, and or you can also come visit us on Patreon. Only 15 bucks to sign up. The link is going to be at the bottom left for the Patreon. We are a growing community over there. All right. So, anyways, I want to get do an update on Swftcoin. Um, it's been a good while since I did a review on Swift. It's been months, man. I just want to revisit the project to see what's been going on. I've noticed, even though I haven't covered this coin in a good minute, I've always go back and look at the price to see what's going on with it. So it's they got the listings. They got MEXQ coin, Gate.io, BingX, OKX, and of course Coinbase. They've been on Coinbase for the longest. But the $1 million question is, I remember when I first started covering Swift about like what 3.5 years now. It's been about 3.5 years when I first covered it, or close to four. And Swftcoin was at about a what 7-8 million market cap back then. Very low market cap. Now then it went all the way up to like I think at one point it went over 200 million market cap. Back in 2024 it did hit that 4 cents. Looking at that 1 year chart, it almost hit 5 cents, but it didn't quite get the 5 cents, but close. 0.04464. That was back in 2024. Before the new year. Let me see here. Was that 2024? Oh no, for some reason it's showing. Okay, back in February of 2025. Okay, it looked like back in February is when it hit that. When it hit that went over 4 cents. Okay, okay, okay. That was back in 2025, early 2025. But anyways, Swftcoin, I used to think this project, a few years back, I had high hopes for this project, saying, hey, this coin can get to 50 cents to a dollar. But if I wanted to be more conservative on Swftcoin, I could say 20 to 30 cents, and that's just being conservative. You look at Swift's market cap, 10 billion 10 billion in the supply, 10 billion in the max supply, and 10 billion in circulation. So all their coins are in circulation, which is a good thing. I don't think they're going to ever add any more tokens. Only 10 billion. That's another reason why I thought this project can get to about possibly like 40 to 50 cents, and maybe even all the way up to a dollar. But let's see what happens. But like I said, I like to stay realistic when it comes to prices, and I can still give it about 20 to 25 cents, being conservative. But been under a rock. If you're new to my channel, Swftcoin it does like cross chain swaps. It's called, they got this thing utility called Bridgers. Simple, fast, safe. For cross chain swaps. different projects. It's compatible with like up to 50 different like blockchains, and they're constantly getting like, let me see here, smart cross chain routing. Look like they got that going on now. So yeah, I'm glad I'm looking at their X because it's been a good while since I actually went to their X to see what's going on, with this project. But yeah, let me see, as a strategic advisor. Okay, let's see here. But yeah, man, Swiftcoin. Um, I haven't heard any new news myself, but I'm quite sure they're working on things. Of course, it's VC backed. It's a team behind this. So I'm just very curious. If this coin is going to eventually take off again. But it's been at that 1 cent range. It's been at that 1 to 1.5 cent range for a good while now. It's been trading pretty flat for many months now. Ever since it originally hit that, went over 4 cents, and then it came back down. But we'll see. I'm not giving no price predictions on this out because I don't know where this is going to go in price. But in theory, this should be able to hit at least about 20 to 30 cents in theory with only 10 billion coins. The market cap, because the market cap for Swift is still fairly low, only 103 million market cap right now. I'm like, could this hit a could Swift Coin hit a 1 billion market cap at least? Very possible for it to hit a 1 billion market cap. Hell, 50 cents, that'd be just a 5 billion market cap at 50 cents. So, for this to hit a 1 billion market cap, that should be no problem. I'm like, we're looking at about what was it, 40 cents or something like that, 35 to 40 cents for a 1 billion market cap, or a little bit lower. But anyways, yeah, checking out their X here, see what's been going on. Um, but yeah, this project has been. I noticed a few of my subscribers was holding big bags of Swift. I'm quite sure you guys are been loading up or whatever since it's been trading flat, because it's been trading flat for, like I said, it's been trading flat for a good while now. But yeah, but anyways, Swift. Um, I'll say this is a one of the low cap utilities that's been on Coinbase, for several years. Um, but let's see what the future holds. With this project, it's hard to say right now. I don't know what their plans are, what they're doing. But we'll definitely see. I know that the technology behind it with the cross chain swaps and all that. I know the technology is needed, is used, but let's see exactly where the actual the price of this coin goes. It's just one of those things. Sometimes in crypto, you got to be, if you really believe in a project, you just got to be patient. It's a game of patience as well. That's another thing. Some people get impatient sometimes, and they sell off whatever. Then not too much longer after they sell off, then the price skyrockets. It happens like that always in crypto. But anyways, let me know. Hey, comment below. Hey, are you still holding Swift? Do you still believe in the project? Or what price do you think is going? Like me, I'm not going to give a price prediction because it's hard to say. But like I said, in theory, with 10 billion coins, I'm just like, hey, like what I hope this from hitting at least like 25 to 30 cents by in 2026. You know what I mean? But anyways, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for a post um, notification. Let me read this right quick. They're talking about South Korean financial regulator to submit stablecoin regulatory bill in October. So everybody's going to be coming up with this, doing the stablecoins. It says, according to SWFT GPT, as reported by the bloc, South Korea's Financial Services Commission plans to submit a stablecoin regulatory bill to the National Assembly in October. Ruling party lawmaker Markman revealed during stablecoin related discussion that he received a related report from the FSC indicating this plan is already underway. The bill will establish specific requirements for stablecoin issuance, collateral management, and internal risk control systems that may be incorporated as additional content into the second digital asset legal framework currently being drafted. Okay, so it look like Korea, they're going to be doing something with a stablecoin. So look like this is where everything is going with blockchain. All the world governments and institutions, they're adopting blockchain technology and stable coins and all that. So yeah, and yeah, so we're definitely going to see everything, and everybody's now is using AI and everything. Yep. So yeah. Anyways, that is my update on Swift. With cross-chain swaps. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. It's been a good while since I did an update on the project. Like I say, even though I was, when it comes to this project, I actually was one of the first content creators covering this coin about, 3.5 going on 4 years ago. So yes, it's still come a long way, but let's see what the future holds, for the Swift blockchain. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Come on over to Patreon. The link is going to be at the bottom left of the Patreon. Come on over. We got our 24/7 chat group, answer questions. Especially if you're new to crypto, come be part of a like-minded community. I got more content, coins that I've been covering that's I'm not going to cover on a regular channel. We got to get in on these projects. Definitely, we got to get in on these projects early. But definitely come on over to the Patreon, sign up. Only $15. Hey, you can't beat that, man. Hey, $15 too much. Hey, I don't know how you even in crypto. But anyways, $15, hey, that gets you full coverage on everything with the videos that I got. Um, we got a 24/7 chat group. All you get everything only for $15. No walls like other crypto content creators have. They have walls where you got to pay extra to get a certain thing. I don't do that. $15 gets you full coverage to everything. But if not, hey, oh well. But anybody like to join the community, link will be at the bottom left. If you'd like to join join our community over on Patreon. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Um, that is my update on Swift. And yeah, man, I'm gonna let me see what's going on here. Let me see here. Just let me see here. Swapping. Where's trying to see if there's anything new. They're talking about Swift is on ERC20 and BSC. Okay, wow, they're compatible with the BSC now. Okay, um, that looks pretty cool. All right, but anyways, gonna get out of here. That's my update on Swift. Look like they've been working behind the scenes. Look like there's definitely been more developments and everything. But anyways, I catch you guys in the next one. Peace.